let's talk about Earth and Sky. If we will go over here to channel 17 and 19, we will see Earth and Sky. The difference between Earth and Sky is that Earth is spatializing sound around us in ground level, and Sky is doing the same thing on a higher elevation above us. Now, the way that it's actually working is that all of those brown channels over here are being sent to Earth and Sky. So technically there is not much that we're doing over here on channel 17 and 19. We're just sending it to it automatically. So technically there's not much that we're doing with channel 17 and 19. We're just sending the sound to them. Notice that all the clips in the brown tracks are either in mono or stereo channel, meaning that sending this type of audio through the brown tracks into Earth and Sky is our way to spatialize mono and stereo tracks. If we would look over here to the routing, we will see that it's being sent to Earth and Sky. It's being sent to Reverb and to Earth. Reverb we will talk about in another video. Basically what Earth and Sky is doing is adding HRTFs into the sound. If we look over here, HRTF are head-related transfer function, meaning is a response that categorizes how the ear receives a sound from a point in space. Therefore, all we need to know in order to modify this template is to recognize, first of all, the right track that is being sent to where. This one is sent to Earth. But if we would look over here at the announcer, it's sent to Earth and Sky. If I wanted to be sent only to Sky, I would just delete Earth. And in case we want to automate a sound to go up and down and be heard from all sorts of elevations, we're sending it to both. Now, over here in the effects, we see that we have the resurround with the template over here to be sent to Earth. And if I click over here, I see that I have Earth and Sky Panner and only Sky Panner. Then the next thing I need to do is just take the track and location it wherever I would want to. You can also use the Meridian plugin in order to pan the sound, which you can learn about in another video. So that's overall it. Let's hear what Greg has to say about Earth and Sky.
If you look at all the orange and blue, the blue here are just room tone. The orange here are your actual tracks that could be sound effects, could be music, could be dialogue, whatever it is. Those are being routed to 17 and 19. 17 is Earth, so that's spatializing that information. And 19 is Sky, which is spatializing that information above your head if you want it to. So anything that you route to those plugins will spatialize them in whatever degree in azimuth or elevation that you choose via panning or dragging with this Meridian plugin using pucks. So what I'm saying is these are non-spatial items that are being spatialized by Earth and Sky. Those tracks are being routed into Earth and Sky to be spatialized to add the HRTFs, because these have HRTFs built into them to binauralize. If I go to my Earth track, which is here on 17, I click on this, it's receiving information from all these various tracks here, but Earth itself is an 8-channel track, right? Here's the master. It's an 8-channel track, so in the case of Earth, if I open up the plugin, you can see here are the channels. So you can think of this as channel-based, but you don't have to, because as I pan things around with Meridian, so if I go back to this Meridian track here, if I go to the bass player, he's right here.
Yeah.
So you can see he's standing there. If I look at my grid, he's at about 135.
Yeah.
This is 135 here. Right here is 135. This is 180. This is 0. This is 45 degrees left, 45 degrees right, 90 degrees left, 90 degrees right. So it's represented in a circle, and this is just represented in equirectangular layout. So, if I moved him over here, say this sound was the drummer, although you're hearing bass right now, he would be over here,
We would see it.
Yeah, keyboards over here.
And I can also just click on the center channel over there.
What do you mean, this right here?
Yeah.
So so say if you had a bunch of information, so if I'm playing everything here, right, it's going everywhere. Now, I can click here to mute that information if I don't want it.
Okay.
Or if I go down here to the legend, I can hit this and then hit this,
Solo
and now I'm only hearing these two.
Yeah.
Right? And
okay,
then I
great.
can click this, and now when I click here, it cancels the previous, and I'm only soloing these. It's a way to troubleshoot. It's a way to maybe do sound designer things. Say you have all this complex stuff, and I want to automate center only for a section, and then I want to automate left only for a section, and then I want everything to play. I can do it by just using Earth.
So, and then Sky is working similarly to Earth, just like in higher elevation?
Yeah, it is just all above your head in sort of a sphere. So this is left front height, right front height, left rear height, right rear height. And then this is voice of God. So you can see this room tone here is going to the square here, right? On Sky.
Yeah.
So I'm soloing this room tone. If I look at the panner, I have it going right to the voice of God, which this is just the mute area for it because I didn't want to put the mute in front of a meter. This is essentially a surround meter. But if I took this and I put it over here, you see now it's over here.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
And over here, and over here, and then above your head right here.
Yeah.
They work in conjunction like that. But if I took the sound that's on this panner, which, it's just really low in volume, so it's bad to use for metering. But if I pan this over here, now I have information from 2 tracks. So my number 2 track is going to the square here, which is voice of God.
Yeah.
And my number 1 track is going to left front height here.
Yeah, so it makes sense between the 2 channels.
And so I can automate it to just go above my head at voice of God or behind or to Earth now if I wanted to, because I set up the panner that way. So we give presets with these, or in between, right? This is sort of going to, 2 things right here.